What is up, everyone? We're doing it again. We're up and onto YouTube. 0 foot shack dog now. Huh. Oh yeah, the tough release album. We're gonna react to this.
Looking for you forever, and I know that I'm not that clever. I just wanna say I met her. According to you, that's never. Looking for you forever, and I know that I'm not that clever. I just wanna say I met her. According to you, that's never. Mad at myself cause I never said no. I only stuck around because you said so. But I'm pretty glad that I'm back home. Never thought that I would wanna be alone. Maybe we were meant to be. Life isn't a masterpiece. You're not in my fantasy. That's something that you'll never see. I'm still looking for her. I know that it's gonna hurt, and maybe it still won't work. I won't stop until I'm hers. Looking for you forever, and I know that I'm not that
Clever. This song's catchy already, bro.
I just wanna say I met her. According to you, that's never. Looking for you forever, and I know that I'm not that clever. I just wanna say I met her. According to you, that's never.
Alright, that was pretty good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what is that costume, bro? What's you wear the costume in this video? I'm gonna skip cherry soda and overdoses and those. So he plays some good beats.
Too many years without a friendship. Too many years I had to fake it. You're the reason I can make it, and I never made it. They forgot they left me behind, and no, I can't look in your eyes. All I see is nothing but lies. So tell me, girl, why do I try? They forgot they left me behind, and no, I can't look in your eyes. All I see is nothing but lies. So tell me, girl, why do I try? Sorry, I'm not him. I cannot change my skin, but I still wanna win. It's all led up to this. Over dramatic, erratic, yeah. Try
So
to
it's
get
so
mad
different
at
from
my
the other one.
mattress, yeah. Miss you like a fucking addict, yeah. Why don't you let me come at it,
Yeah.
Think too much in my
this flow's actually
soul.
pretty good.
Made my decision, it's over. I'm not happy when I'm
I might do a part 2 of this,
sober. Only happy
I think I'm
when
gonna
I
sit here and listen to the
know
whole thing.
her. They forgot they
I'm
left
not
me
that type of dude. Just sit there and listen to all of
and
it.
no, I can't look in your eyes. All I see is nothing but lies. So tell me, girl, why do I try? They forgot they left me behind, and no, I can't look in your eyes. All I see is nothing but lies. So tell me, girl, why do I try?
Alright, it's a good song. Hold on, I gotta show you something. I did not mean to do that. Why did I? Okay, fine, whatever. Anyway. She's special, okay. I'll listen to the rest and look. Um, oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it? That's the wrong spot. I don't know what is it. Here's my Spotify. I just gotta plug. That's my friend right there. I should pop up. We gotta plug my Spotify right here. I only got 5 monthly listeners. That's sad. But I just dropped a new song. And we're about to listen to it. It's still my song. He just uploaded it. Yo, I gotta plug my Spotify, so please go and listen to my music. I work hard on it. My SoundCloud has more songs though. Just you get a little live action. Fell in love and I wonder if you're the one. You know that I'm the plug. Yeah, run it back and get your song. Every night I fall asleep, I don't wanna. And as I cry and listen to Pete, my soul rises right up. And as the door slams in my face, I wonder, babe, where's my man? Yeah. Last night I fell in love and I wonder if you're the one, and you know that I'm the boy. I run it back and get your soul. Last night I fell in love and I wonder if you're the one, and you know that I'm the boy. I run it back and get your soul. I just wanna satisfy. I just wanna live my life. And when you try to fight, will you fall to fight? Yeah. Here's Jackson's part. Actually, go and listen to his music too. It's fire.
Last night, I stayed up late thinking about my past life, and then I grabbed my knife and thought about suicide. I was lying, such a lie. You could have told me when you were leaving, 'cause all you did in my life was grieving, and all you did in your life was weeping, and now it's time to say goodbye, I'm leaving.
Last night I fell in love and I wonder if you're the one. You know that I'm the plug. Yeah, I run it back and get your song. Fell in love and I wonder if you're the one. You know that I'm the plug. Yeah, I run it back and get your song. Down, 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 down. Dun, dun. Last night I fell in love, yeah, and I wonder, yeah. Last night I fell in love, and I wonder. Let's go listen to that, please. I worked really hard on the song. We both did. Ignore my profile picture from my personal Spotify page. This album is actually, I like a few of these. I don't like Norway. I completely screwed that. I should not post that. We can listen to this, and then that's it. I'll just skip to where the song starts. It's like a build up. Yeah, that was the stream. I just did that for no reason. Yeah. Jackson appears on here too, as you can see right here and here.
All these perks till I'm dead. Demons in my head trying to take over me. But I won't let them, the drugs won't let them.
They won't let him in. Got a devil and an angel on my shoulder.
They tell me life is over,
But I have all these things that I have done.
but I left you alone, acting like I won.
This chat. Oh, making money on the phone. Call me baby, please. Call me
All these perks till I'm dead.
till I'm dead.
In my head trying to take over me.
Yeah.
But I won't let them, the
Drugs won't let them, they won't let them in. Got a devil and an angel on my shoulder. They tell me life is over, but I have all these things that I haven't done. But I left you alone, acting like I won. It's a vibe, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'll toot my own horn. This is my favorite solo song I did. What's a lie? It's on my other one's on SoundCloud. Is my SoundCloud even signed in right here? There it is. This is my favorite solo song. Oh, I was playing both at the same time. I can play the whole thing. I'll play the chorus and that's it. Dun, dun.
fall apart in my arms. She asked me why I left, girl, I don't know. Tell me why I'm the only one who seems to care about this world. Give up on this fight, yeah, I do this stuff every night. Kill off
And I'll play like the first part of the verse. That's it.
everybody just
Get along.
why don't we get along? Why don't we sing a song? Gen Z, the strongest generation. Leave a positive mark for the future nation. Yeah.
Is that one in this one? Then we're gonna go back to YouTube. I'm just gonna skip ahead. This is kind of a depressing song though. I was in my fields when I made this. Don't wanna go. Yeah, should I do it live? Yeah, I should sing this live. I don't wanna go home now. My heart is all torn out. 2 years ago, I was left alone. I tried to kill myself on the phone. Find a drug, find a dope. All these thugs, just one smoke. I'm passed out on the floor. Wake up, babe, there's a knock at the door. I don't wanna go home right now. I just wanna see you. I don't wanna go home right now. I just wanna see you. Ooh. That's all I'm gonna do. Yeah, this is my. You can see the number of songs I have is way bigger over here. See. Oh, these are reposts, but like it starts. What's the oldest song on here? Right here, Sacrifice. And then, dude, this is my newest one I released a couple days ago. It's pretty good, I would say. Anyway, back to YouTube. That's enough. Go subscribe to Tifty. Can't watch. What is that? Timmy the Tooth haunts my dreams. The heck? Oh. Okay, we watched Sunny V2 last time, so let's show a video about him. Faking videos. I'll be upset.
Is Sunny V2 faking his videos? There has recently been an uptick in YouTube videos exposing Sunny V2, and for many of you, this may come as a surprise due to the seemingly crystal clear image that Sunny has built for himself over the past 2 years. With over 152 uploads amassing a total of 625 million views, it would be the last thing you would expect for such a renowned creator to have allegations of problematic, fake, and unethical behavior. So today we'll be taking a look at some of the videos created about Sunny V2 in order to try and pinpoint the problems and controversies that led him to such allegations. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be investigating Sunny V2 allegations. To do this, we have to go back to the 23rd of January 2022, when a video would be published titled Why I Don't Like Sunny V2. Throughout the video, YouTuber The Beak would break down his issues with Sunny's content, using several points to establish the perspective that Sunny is a quote hypocrite that lacks self-awareness. Some of the main arguments portrayed in the video were that his audience more focuses on the video editing rather than the informational content at hand, that he is a quote walking contradiction for creating videos joking about commentary channels while simultaneously being one, as well as creating videos on quote nothing burgers that have already been covered to death. Around the time the video was published, The Beak only had around 34,000 subscribers, whilst on the other hand, Sunny had a staggering 827,000 subscribers that would tower over The Beak. And although there was a controversial response to the video, it seemed like The Beak was able to win most people over, with the video having a positive like to dislike ratio and comments stating things like, "This video was actually a lot more agreeable than I thought. I think that Sunny's videos are definitely better when they aren't about numbers. One of my favorites that you didn't mention, like his Ryan's World video, was great. And was it about numbers? No." And so yeah, the video is pretty fair, I guess, but the arguments only undermine Sunny regarding things like clickbait or picking topics that he previously thought were dumb. Nothing undermining his actual credibility, his own arguments, the fact he has good research, and like it said in the video, a pretty good style of editing. So there are some issues. And although this video would go on to gain an impressive 137,000 views, just 5 months later on the 12th of June 2022, things would get even worse for Sunny, as he would find himself getting called out, but this time on a much larger scale. In a video titled My Response to Sunny V2, 6 million subscriber giant Skeppy would snap back at Sunny's video discussing his downfall. Throughout the video, Skeppy would win over his audience by disproving many of the statements and accusations made by Sunny, as well as providing some more context to genuine actions that he was called out for. With all odds laid against him, Skeppy managed to clear his name of the scam accusations by showing receipts and outright proving some of the facts portrayed in the video about him as false, or as reaching, such as Sunny's point on empty pizza boxes.
Suddenly, people began to question whether or not Skeppy's other videos could have possibly been fake. For example, there was this video in which Skeppy would apparently order 72 pizzas to Bad Boy Halo's house, yet Skeppy wouldn't actually show the entire phone call during which he apparently ordered the 72 pizzas.
Pizza customer service, how can I help you?
Hi, what's the most amount of pizzas I can order? I'm having a party right now.
No, we don't have a limit.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright, have a good night. I ordered it.
Then when the pizzas showed up to Bad Boy Halo's house, he'd only show 3 pizzas being opened. How do we know that he didn't only order 3 pizzas and sit them on top of a stack of empty boxes? Plus, there are only 37 pizzas in this shot. Where are the other 35 pizzas that you claim to order in both the title and in the video?
Although Sunny can't be blamed for being skeptical, as that's a big part of his channel, from Skeppy's perspective, he felt as though Sunny was being a quote jerk and trying to turn his own fans against him. The winner of the feud would be a little bit more obvious this time, with Skeppy's video receiving a massive 70,000 likes compared to only 11,000 dislikes, and comments from viewers stating, "Haven't watched a Skeppy video in ages, and I was a pretty old sub. I've got to say, this is probably one of the best response videos I've seen on the internet. And while I probably won't watch many of your videos in the future because it isn't my cup of tea anymore, you definitely gained my respect." On the 20th of December 2022, a post would be made onto the r/pyrocynical subreddit asking the community for their thoughts on Sunny V2, and in the post was a video linked titled How Sunny V2 Invents a Moral.
There's no evidence that Sunny V2 uses in this video. There's no data-fueled investigation Sunny's using to demonstrate that these 3 videos did.
That's a good point, though. That's a good point. I'm not gonna lie. I watched Sunny V2, clearly. but I did watch him about Pizza Hut, which I feel like I can trust Pizza Hut because no one likes Pizza Hut. Except for my mom. I don't think anyone likes Pizza Hut.
Real damage to Kwebbelkop's career. And in fact, I would argue that the data does not prove out this point, really. And it's not like the month that he released these 3 videos changed everything for him, you know, ruined his career. It's kind of just been a slow decline. You know, the month after he lost some views, then he got more, and now he's doing work. You know, it's complicated. There's just not like a really tangible, concrete reason to believe this.
With the video receiving 194% more likes than dislikes, it was evident that the YouTube community agreed with Joel's takes on Sunny's video. Things weren't looking good for Sunny, as not even 3 days later, a new video would be published titled, Why Sunny V2 was Disliked by Everyone. This video would not be perceived as well as the previous examples shown. The video consisted of many of the same points discussed in the Biggs video, except this time, the creator seemed to be having trouble getting his point across, resulting in the video feeling more like a ramble than a level-headed critique.
Spoiler at nothing, because 157 million views could buy me a car. According to Sunny's ways, apparently he's dying. He's gone from 64 million a month to 37. It's YouTuber status.
And with comments such as, bro, what are you trying to prove? And the title should be Why I Hate Sunny V2. It was evident that the video came off to viewers as more of a hate piece rather than a logical and constructive critique. With over 105 dislikes compared to just 66 likes, it's safe to say that this video was perceived extremely poorly. Remember Big Joel, who we mentioned earlier? Well, on the 24th of December, he would go on to publish a second video on Sunny V2, this time titled A Genuinely Unhinged Sunny V2 Video. And throughout the video, Joel would once again dissect one of Sunny's videos whilst playing devil's advocate for the exposee.
But Ninja fails to realize the reason people perceive him as fake is not because he's toxic, not because he's family friendly. It's because once again, he's trying to be something that he's not in order to appeal to an audience instead of just being who he truly is. People liked him most when he was the old toxic ninja.
That's what I'm talking about, dude!
So I guess I'd find this one of the more interesting moments in the video, and a telling one, where Sunny V2 essentially asserts, without any sort of knowledge of Ninja, what his authenticity looks like. Maybe it is true that he used to enjoy screaming on the internet. Who doesn't enjoy it? Who doesn't enjoy it? But the reality is, there's a possibility that it's not inauthentic that he's changing. He's just like becoming a different guy, kinda. Like he's not exactly the same as the person you liked. Does that inherently mean that he has some deep moral failing? Are you the ninja sage? Do you know everything that goes on inside of his mind? You know, what is the standard of evidence that we're using here to assert that this man is bullshitting you because he's done some internal change?
Some moments in Sunny's videos led the viewers to believe that his point of exposing Ninja's dark side was actually exposing how he stopped making racist remarks, which seems to be a miscommunication on Sunny's end, as he also speculated on Ninja's use of drugs, which didn't seem like an impossibility based on the evidence at hand. With there already being several videos critiquing Sunny, a video would be posted that would damage his channel more than any of these previous videos we discussed, and this video would be posted by none other than Sunny V2 himself, as Sunny V2 would publish a video titled Why Dream's Face Reveal Was an Awful Decision, a video that would cause the YouTube commentary community to eat him alive. Throughout the video, Sunny would make the argument that Dream's face reveal was a very bad decision made on the premise that his channel was falling off.
Dream's face reveal could qualify as the worst mistake made by a content creator ever, and we're going to outline several reasons why, beginning with possibly the most crucial point being that Dream's unseen face was one of the only things keeping him relevant.
This video alone would result in several commentary channels leaping to Dream's defense.
There are some serious problems with Sunny V2, and it appears that he has become the very thing that he once swore to destroy.
Hey guys, I thought we'd just take a look at this new Sunny V2 video that just dropped called Why Dream's Face Reveal Was an Awful Decision.
Immediately upon starting this video, you're hit in the face with some of the worst takes you have ever heard. Someone describing Dream revealing his face as one of the worst mistakes made by a content creator ever.
Part of the reason there have been so many videos published on this topic recently could be based on the fact that Sunny has built himself a trustworthy and reliable image, so that when he does get something wrong or has an incredibly controversial take, it becomes a massive deal. Many of the videos critiquing Sunny seem to have the same arguments, but commentary channel Achito summarizes the main response well with this statement.
I think Sonny is overthinking this entire thing. Like, his face is just public. People now know what he looks like. I think that's really it. What happened after Dreamface revealed? He got clowned on for like 24 hours and that's it. Now his face is just public. Sonny thinks that after Dream has face revealed that now his merch won't really sell or something, that he will be irrelevant sooner or later, that his content is going to be modified for the worse, and that we won't get any more bangers like Mask. Like, okay? I seriously don't think Dream face revealing is that bad, and I really definitely don't think that it's the worst mistake a content creator has ever made.
In a video titled The Problems with Sunny V2, Jalen would make an interesting critique to Sunny's upload schedule.
Now, as Sunny's channel has started to pick up, his upload schedule has become more frequent, and it seems as if he's just trying to get these videos out as fast as he possibly can, which is kind of counterintuitive to what his channel used to be.
This argument seems to be based on the fact that Sunny V2 has recently been increasing his upload frequency at the expense of his video quality. But this is simply untrue. Sunny V2 has been posting weekly videos for over a year now, and whilst it's arguable that the editing quality has slightly declined, it is certainly not a matter of producing content more frequently, and likely due to the fact that the story of the video should be the main focus, rather than the flashy visuals for the style of his content. But this still leaves us with the question of if Sunny V2 is faking his videos, and the best example of this is not what you would expect. On the 31st of December 2021, Sunny V2 would publish a video titled The Tragic Tale of Edie.
That's the most clickbait thing he's ever put out. But finally in prison, DDP has never faced any legal charges for what he's done, even though he probably should have been, and he's totally unhinged right now. Wait, hold on. Watch this. Like, go. He's on TikTok. I don't think I'm signed in, but I don't think it matters.
婚前回家，婚前回家。
Oh my god, bro.
Huh?
Oh my god. Right there. 1 million followers. He's on here. Where's his pinned video? Is it like his first video? This dude is absolutely unhinged, though. I mean, freaking platform for little kids, pretty much. Participating in these activity could result in you and others.
Alright, y'all, first and foremost, I want to say happy motherfucking late Thanksgiving and happy holidays. Heading home.
Bro, ain't no way.
Was fucking over
Ain't
the
no way.
sister's house, you feel me? She made Thanksgiving. Man, I was fucking that shit up, you know what I mean? Had motherfucking macaroni and cheese, homemade mac and cheese, homemade mashed potatoes, had a variety cake, had a peach cobbler in that motherfucker, had a honey baked glazed ham up in that bitch. What else? Had a fucking dinner roll, sweet potatoes, aka them yams, homemade mashed
Yams are gross.
potatoes. Oh my fucking lord. I was fucking obliterating that shit. Holy.
Bro, he's just like a fever dream, dude. He's a fever dream. I swear. Jaguars versus... He only ever talks about the Eagles, like, eating and kids. That's it. That's only it. What is this?
You know what, man? I was watching this motherfucking TikTok video earlier today, right? You might have to excuse me if I'm sweating. You can see the sweat up on my forehead because I'm taking a shit right now.
Ain't no way.
Obviously, you know, Popeyes fucked me up. Just had a number 5.
Bro, we do not care,
spicy
bro.
Shrimp,
We do
some
not
chicken
care.
tenders with some macaroni and cheese and some of that stuff.
Some chicken tenders and macaroni and cheese, bro. No one cares, bro.
Motherfucker, I'm paying for it. You feel me?
Just
Anyway,
talk
I was
what
watching
you're
this
talking
fucking
about.
Video, right? And they were all like, you know, do you feel if people actually posted,
What?
you know, all aspects of their life on social media as opposed to just posting the good shit, you know, where would the world be a
We'll listen
better
to him
or
and see
worse
what's going on.
place? And people, oh, fucking worst place. Me personally, it wouldn't affect me at the fuck all. Because motherfucker.
I'm just gonna see. I'm just curious. Let's go to a different. Let's just do this.
What you see on social media is what the fuck you see with my ass in real.
I misspelled YouTube. The very platform I am on. The very platform I am on. The very platform I am on. Yeah. Stream for 30 minutes. Not bad at all, bruh. Not bad at all, bruh. Alright.
In real life, like really, like right now, I'm not hiding shit. I'm literally sitting here on the toilet taking a shit. When motherfuckers
Like,
meet me
no
in
one
real
cares,
life,
dude. No one actually
I try to
cares.
be, you know, as real as fuck as I possibly can. I don't try to hide shit. You know what
Except
I
for
mean?
the
Fucking
age of your
surprises
girlfriend, you
with
try to
my
hide
ass,
that.
You feel me?
Actually, he didn't
This is
even,
what the
he
fuck
didn't
we
even
really
hide that.
about, you know what I mean? You know, taking a shit, making a TikTok video, bullshitting with y'all, and chopping it the fuck up, you know what I mean? And I know most motherfuckers, you know, would be afraid to make a TikTok video or even post or even make a video in general.
What's up, Cody?
What are you doing?
Streaming? Yep.
Yeah, that's the only reason why you were nice to me.
Totally. What's up? We're doing a reaction stream.
He isn't even.
Yeah, I know. I was just checking out his TikTok and he literally made a video of him pooping.
He's alive on there all day.
Yeah.
How much viewers do you have?
I don't think I have any right now. They had some before. Yeah. Also, yeah, it's a good video. I see that video. I watch some Ordinary Games all the time. This comment section is weird. What are you doing? I'm gonna continue my
I
stream.
just beat Minecraft for the 5th time.
Okay.
EP445, and the Big puts it best.
The issue is the only evidence that he's able to provide is 4 no caller ID calls on his iPhone, which isn't exactly rock solid evidence to say the
Yeah,
least.
to be honest.
So the evidence behind EDP445 being in jail is 2 people saying that he's in jail, which beforehand, you even say that you can't
He's
really
not in
trust,
jail.
that you have to take with a grain of salt.
We'll preface this part by stating that there have been numerous accounts of EDP being arrested. However, they never seem to have any rock-solid proof to go along with it, so take everything said in the next section with a grain of salt.
And in the video, you even disprove the evidence. Jesus Christ, so you don't even know if he's in jail. Why did you put finally in jail in the thumbnail? He's probably not even in jail. This huge new update regarding EDP445, it isn't actually a huge new update. It's nothing. EDP445 isn't in jail. What's the point of this video?
Sunny's EDP455 video was clickbait at best or misinformation at worst. But excluding these outlier videos, it seems like Sunny V2 has been one of the most consistent content creators on the platform and has in the grand scheme of things had minimal controversies, which is a feat for someone who could be considered under the commentary niche, where each creator is seemingly called out for something every second week. But the real question that we haven't answered here yet is if Unbox Therapy is buying views or not. Click the video on screen.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Actually, watch this. It's crazy to see his subscriber count and then his view count. Or his comments, I meant. His view count. His view count's always up, but the amount of comments on that video. Alright, let's go to his most recent video.
So today I have
210k views. Either way, 18 million subscribers, that's not good, but 210K views with 1,000 comments, 800 comments, bro. I never liked his content. Alright, let's go with 19 million views. 14, yeah, totally. Let's see if we can find another. If I go to like music or something, it's mine. But with Life Goes On, 277 million views. Does that have any comments? I guess that could happen, to be honest, though. But who is commenting on this dude's music, bro? What is this freaking thing? I don't know anyone that actually sits there and listens to Oliver Tree. I know I don't. Oh, watch this. I'm a
On
FNAF
August
fan.
8th, 2014, Scott Cawthon released Five Nights at Freddy's, an indie horror game that has turned into one of the biggest video game franchises of all time. It's been praised time and time again for
FNAF
its
Plus,
unique
can't wait
take
for
on
it.
horror gameplay and deep lore, and I'm sure many of you already know how the story goes. However, many fans of the series may not remember the hype that surrounded the release of the earlier games, either through having forgotten or just having not been around at that time. I personally was in middle school, and I actually remember when there was only one game. In this video, I want to take a trip down memory lane and recall the genius way that Scott Cawthon created hype for his new releases through his teasers on his websites. This is the lost art of Five Nights at Freddy's teasers. After the release of Five Nights at Freddy's, the game would quickly explode in popularity, with Markiplier covering the game mere days after its initial release. Scott very quickly realized that he had something with this game, that this was his chance to finally capitalize and become the successful game developer that he had always wanted to be. So he got to work. A little over a month after he released his first game, in September of 2014, he posted a new image to his website, and this is where it all began. Grand reopening, 2015, with a big red 2. Nobody had expected a sequel to be in development so quickly, let alone to come out just the next year, which was already approaching. Another thing to note is that people realized pretty quickly that Freddy in this model is not exactly the same.
Scott Cawthon is the worst developer about release dates. He always releases either late or early. Pretty much never on time.
Just about a week later, towards the end of
I think the
September,
only Scott Cawthon game that was released on time was FNAF World.
a lot more about what the game might entail. Something borrowed, something new. Now we understand why the Freddy in the first image was sorta disheveled. We're introduced to a brand new character for the first time, which may not seem like a big deal now with how many that we have in this huge cast, but back then this was major. We only had the original 4 and Golden Freddy, but now that we could maybe even guess there would be a whole set of new characters.
Captures live on Twitch.
Yet again, within the next week, Scott would upload the next teaser. It showed the Pirate Cove curtains and another insert of the 2, and a new Foxy animatronic, thus confirming the previous suspicions of a whole new set of characters. People noticed pretty quickly that, interestingly, this new Foxy didn't really seem to be the same gender as the old one, but I'm not even gonna try to talk about that debate.
Yeah.
At this
He
point,
just
it was
said
pretty
yes
known
if
that
you
this
ask
would be a weekly thing,
you ask
with
Scott
the
what
next
the
teaser,
gender is, he'll
no
literally just
place
say
to
yes, I'm
run,
pretty sure.
and exactly one place to hide, being released around October 16th. In my opinion, this was probably the craziest and most revealing teaser of them all, and this one got me and most of the community the most hyped. There's a lot that you can interpret here. This is the first time that we got to see the new Office, though obviously we had no way of knowing that this was the Office. And it also introduced us to Withered Foxy for the first time and the Mask Mechanic. Two more things that were more on the speculative side was that some people were even guessing that there's no doors because of the text, which is an obvious enough assumption, and the light also made people think that maybe a flashlight mechanic was being introduced. And some people even thought that we'd be hiding inside of an entire suit, which would have been kinda cool, but in retrospect obviously wouldn't work. Then we'd roll into November, and then nearly a month would pass with no new teaser. In this time, we'd receive a trailer, which is probably what Scott was busy working on, so the theory crafting was still in full swing. The game was looking pretty good, and with how finished and polished it already looked, it seemed like a January 2015 release could be assumed. Then, this teaser dropped. At first, it doesn't seem like much, but when brightened, though the more popular term would later be the puppet, upon reveal, definitely the more popular name was the Marionette. And we got to see our first look at the game's map, and we're left to theorize what the hell this warning sign even meant. This is the last teaser that we'd receive before the game's release, and with the 2015 release date, it would surely be at least 2 months till we'd get the game in January. Not even a week after FNAF 2 dropped, Scott would update his page to this offline picture, possibly signifying that he was done for the time being and that people should just enjoy the new game. With the release of this game, it was clear upon completing it that it was not a sequel but actually a prequel, which almost nobody saw coming. Until the end of the first week of December, it would be radio silence from Scott. That is, until he updated his page to display this. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure if Scott ever intended to release FNAF 2 in 2015 or not, or if he just lied purposefully to generate hype through the expectation subversion, but it was clear that he knew how to capitalize on this series' hype because this was big. But for the rest of December, he changed it to just say Merry Christmas, and that was it for this month. Then, right after the new year, we would get this new image. This didn't really look like any character we'd ever seen before. The popular guesses were Foxy, Golden Freddy, or maybe even Fredbear, who we learned about in the previous game. Many assumed Fredbear or Golden Freddy because it kind of fit with the text, "I am still here," but we still didn't really know what that meant at the time. A lot of people also quickly realized that the strange eyes didn't share with any other character that we knew so far. They were almost human looking. People also tried to flip half of the face to get a clearer picture,
That was
and
ugly.
yeah, in retrospect, that didn't really help very much. This is really goofy looking. A week and a half later, we'd get our next FNAF 3 teaser, which showed the scrapped remains of the toy animatronics. This essentially confirmed that it would take place at least after FNAF 2. The image was named What Can We Use, which implied that the parts for these new animatronics were being retrofitted maybe for use in another animatronic, but nobody really knew what that meant. When the image was brightened, we finally got a better look at our new animatronic. People were pretty quick to assume that it was a Bonnie costume, and not everybody was convinced yet, but it was pretty much universal. After only 2 teasers on January 26th, the trailer would drop. This trailer would reveal a lot less compared to the second game, and throughout the trailer, there was text that read, "He will come back, he always does. We have a place for him," which would then reveal a small cutscene of the character convulsing, also confirming the Bonnie costume suspicions because of the ears. Though some people at some point, for whatever reason, thought that this character might be a hybrid or whatever. Yeah, I don't really know what the community was smoking between FNAF 2 and 3, so I'm just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. The day after the trailer dropped, Scott would change his website to display the text "He always does" from the trailer, except in purple. This kind of siphoned the theories into the right direction, as many people thought that it was originally referring to maybe the phone guy or some other characters, but now it was clear the text was referring to the purple guy, the child murderer who we found out more about in the previous game's minigames. Then, he would change the website back to the previous teaser the next day. On February 3rd, Scott would upload a picture of the map for FNAF 3, which, when brightened, would reveal a vent system connecting the map. On February 15th, Scott would make a post on Steam titled "Early Beta Testing Successful," which would reveal the new character's name, Springtrap, in an Easter egg on the post. Another Steam post on that day claimed that he was hacked, and it would lead to a GameJolt link that would appear to be the actual full FNAF 3 game, but it was just a troll. The first of many trolls. Thanks, Scott. Very cool. A month after the previous teaser, Scott would release 2 teasers within 2 days, showing off the Phantom animatronics for the first time, which were retextured models of previous characters that we were already familiar with. The Balloon Boy one had a giant number 10 on it, which Daco immediately assumed was a countdown.
But if you brighten it up, guys, there's a 10! There's a freaking 10 there! Which means Five Nights at Freddy's 3, the demo, or the full game, I don't know, is going to be released. The 10.
And it probably was a countdown, at least at first. Scott emailed many popular YouTubers with early demo versions of the game to show off, another genius marketing decision on his part, and rather than adhering to this alleged countdown, Scott just said, "I'm kidding, it's actually gonna come out tomorrow."
Oh, yep, he
Following the release of
literally
the
does that
game,
all the time.
website
Like,
would
imagine
update to
being
a
so hyper
spotlight
against,
shining
like, oh,
down
here's the
on a
game,
Freddy
it's
head,
out tomorrow.
and it seemed like this time Scott was really done.
Imagine if they
This
did that
was
with
his
that
final
AAA
goodbye
game,
to the beloved fan base that he had nurtured, and the story was finally complete. It's gone. It's gone. What? Where'd it go? Originally, Scott had planned a 3-game trilogy, but the simple fact of the matter was that people weren't happy with the jump scare. This alone drove him to make a 4th game, allowing him to clarify some lore in the process. Once the hat vanished, the community went up in flames. It had hardly been any time since the drop of the 3rd game, so this was just crazy. Even though this seemed to be the trend, people were never going to get used to this. Then we got this. A terrifying rendition of Freddy Fazbear, who may have been the one to pick up the hat. The text reads, "The final chapter, Halloween 2015. If the image was brightened and had its contrast increased, we would see the word Nightmare across the bottom of the screen, which led people to call these the Nightmare animatronics, a name that would stick. A week and a half later, Nightmare Bonnie. There was new text. Was it me? Which was immediately connected to the Bite of 87, the tragic event detailed in the first game that still has people kind of scratching their heads to this day. On May 16th, which is actually my birthday, we got Chica. On 29th of May, Foxy. Then on June 11th, this. It was sort of similar to the first Spotlight and Freddy hat image, but this time they were purple, and it was a bow tie. There's only one animatronic with a purple hat and a bow tie that we know of so far. In the bottom right corner, when brightened, there was partially occluded text, but people were able to figure out pretty quickly that it says, "Property of Fredbear's Family Diner." From there, people quickly theorized that this game may serve to clarify what exactly Fredbear's was and what had happened there, since it was mentioned offhandedly by the phone guy in FNAF 2. Then, June 25th, this image. If you went into the source code of the website, yes, seriously, Scott was giving us teasers through the HTML of his goddamn website now, which would actually end up being a normal occurrence. There was text that read, GSFECFBS. But if the letters were all moved back by one letter in the alphabet, which is called a Caesar cipher apparently, we would get Fredbear. Next, we were welcomed to a mini version of Springtrap named Plushtrap, another thing found through the code, with the text, "Terrible things come in small packages." 4 days later, the trailer would be dropped. Then like before, Scott started sending copies out to YouTubers through email for playtesting. Keep in mind, it was still late July, and the game had a projected release date of Halloween. Then he released it 10 days after the trailer dropped on July 23rd anyways.
Of course he did. He always does.
Then
he
Scott
always
updated
comes
the
back.
page to say, "The
See what I did there?
end. Thanks for playing." Then on August 2nd, it was updated to include every animatronic from
FNAF
the game
World.
so far, and it really seemed
Endo
like
one
the
right there.
absolutely perfect send-off for the series.
And I'm pointing at him, but you can't see that.
Wait a minute, what the hell is that thing?
Yep.
Okay, so eventually every character was updated to this like cute, like chibi art style or whatever, and he announced that it would be Five Nights at Freddy's World, and we got our tentative 2016 release date, apparently for real this time. Then, leading up to the original Halloween 2015 release date for FNAF 4, Scott began to tease the upcoming Halloween DLC for that game. After the release of the trailer for FNAF World, Scott updated his website on November 2nd to include this picture.
I actually enjoyed FNAF World.
It says, "See what you've all done." To this day, no one's completely sure what Scott meant by this. Some people theorized it may have been a reflection of Scott's mental health following the backlash for FNAF World, but we'll never really know. Later, it was changed to this weird balloon boy head that was kind of cut off thingy, and it says, "Madness takes many forms." Some people think that this implies the previous post was just a way to set the tone for darker hidden themes in FNAF World, and it was just taken a little too far too quickly. His website was briefly changed to advertise the release of the first FNAF book, The Silver Eyes, and later was changed to another Christmas message like the previous year. He would release FNAF World on January 21st, which is funny because he had made a Steam post that day saying he was going to post it tomorrow, but we all know at this point he's terrible with release dates. But hey, at least it actually was in 2016. The game's initial reception was kind of meh, and he would update the game later several times and also make it free, as shown on the FNAFworld.com website. But on ScottGames.com, something far more mysterious was happening.
Just location? Yep.
Lines. Just lines. I mean, what the hell does that even mean? Well, on February 26th, an I and an N were added, so now, we can assume it was supposed to spell something out, but with only 2 letters,
on the first time playing it all the way only, because the second time playing it
on April 23rd, 2016, Scott was finally tired of trolling millions of people, so he updated it to the full teaser, which was Five Nights at Freddy's sister location, with a brand new humanoid animatronic in the background, and the text, "There was never just one." On May 16th, oh boy, my birthday again, we got a new teaser showing off the new animatronic fully. Just 5 days after that, we got the game's trailer and received another teaser on June 17th, which said, "There's a little of me in every body," and showed this really weird-looking animatronic. We would find out later that this is Ennard, and this definitely helped to clarify Ennard pretty early on, so thanks for that, Scott. Once again, the website source code came into play, and we found a schedule of the animatronics. This implied that this wasn't really one set pizzeria or restaurant location like the previous games, or maybe they were being rented out individually. Some more digging later showed that there was an Afton Robotics text in the code, which was strange as well, because Afton was the stand-in name for the purple guy in the previously mentioned Silver Eyes book. On July 9th, we got to see the Biddy Babs, and then the next teaser, which showed off the controlled shock mechanic, with the text, "Get back on your stage, now." When brightened, you can see these these tiny ballerina-looking things, kinda. And they ended up being the Minarinas, so people guessed pretty correctly on that one. On the 2-year anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's, on August 8th, 2016, Scott released a bunch of behind-the-scenes images onto his website, which I think is really cool. About a week later, a Reddit post was made where the user had found and leaked the voice actors for the upcoming sister location game. Well, the last time that copyrighted character names were leaked pretty recently, Scott didn't care at all, so it doesn't really seem like that'd be an issue.
Canceled due to the leaks. I got gas leaks. I remember.
Don't worry. This is another troll. It originally says canceled due to leaks, but you can see a snippet of a news article when the photo was edited that attributed the closing of Circus Baby's Pizza World to gas leaks. So he just took this as an opportunity to add lore circumstantially, which is really funny.
There's a little letter. Wait, hold
on the 27th of August, lore circumstantially.
See the little glitching symbols around the letters? That's kind of weird. I never noticed that. Or the artifacts. It's kind of weird. That's kind of cool though. I kind of like that. In other news, the grand opening of Circus Baby Pizza World has apparently been canceled due to reported gas leaks in the building. Sources close to the establishment questioned the report, saying, "What's the strange activity around the area and I suggest something else is to blame." One local is quoted saying that everything just stopped. There was so much excitement and built around. Oh my God, I cannot read this. Around this place opening, and then they just stopped. They stopped talking about it. Okay. Oh my God. there was only a handful of people that ever go look at the inside. Kids or something hurt, and the rest making sure everything worked. Wait, make sure everything worked good, I guess. I don't know. Okay, something. Okay, guess they never were. They don't quite as it's ready. They thought they worked. As a tenant from across the street claims to have witnessed the large group of cars surrounding the building during the night. Large pieces of equipment being taken out of the building under the tarps. A few weeks later, the building was up for sale. There is no comment yet from this local entrepreneur who financed the virtue. I actually never sat there and read that. I knew about it, but I never sat there and read that. It's an interesting read, but I can barely read up there. Plus, I can barely read in general when I'm reading out loud. I can read in my head pretty good, but I cannot read out loud.
Financially, which is really funny. On the 27th of August, a new teaser would be posted with Ennard's mask paired with a release date. Oh boy. With some more source code digging, when 2 lines of text were taken from the code and pasted into the Scott Games URL, it would lead you to the map for sister location. Jesus, that is so specific. Which when brightened would reveal 2 secret rooms. Then on the 24th, Ennard was gone. On October 7th, just as planned, sister location was actually released directly on time for once. 10 days after the release on the 17th, a custom night DLC was teased on the website. On the 27th of November, another teaser, with the December 1st release date that he also actually ended up adhering to. Perhaps Scott is now a changed man. Then,
he just
for 6 months,
F6 all the time.
Radio silence.
He just dropped an F6 out of nowhere.
Finally, on June 11th, 2017, FNAFworld.com updated with this picture. Nobody was sure exactly what to make of it. On Scott Games, the website was updated to include promotional art for the next in line FNAF book, The Twisted Ones. Now, come August, the 3rd anniversary of FNAF rolled around, and we got to see another set of behind-the-scenes images. Then,
those are cool
10 days
too.
later, on the 18th, this image dropped. We didn't really know what it meant at the time, but it was art related to the next major installment in the series. Then a whole 2 months would pass, and the image would update. Meanwhile, on FNAFworld.com, the eyes from before, they've closed. What is happening? Then, on December 1st, 2017, a year after the release of the Custom Night DLC for Sister Location, we'd get this teaser. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator coming soon. 2 days later, a gameplay teaser and a countdown. It was obvious to most that this was just gonna be another lighthearted game, kinda like FNAF World, as Scott had posted a few months prior that he was feeling very burnt out and exhausted. Then, the day after, he made an apology Steam post because he never intended for the minority, who were actually speculating it was going to be a bigger game, to get any hype. After apologizing, he released the game a day early, the next day. In classic Scott fashion, he had trolled everyone. Again. On February 18th,
Surprise, surprise.
2 months later, he'd update the website with 40 empty triangles, which would update periodically to show a roster of animatronics for the upcoming Pizzeria Simulator extension, Ultimate Custom Night. He would update the website with progress on the game's development, featuring a picture of the new office, which was a pretty cool way to reveal it. Then, on June 27th, a few months later, the game was released. Then, another long period of radio silence for about 8 months. Though this wasn't to say that community wasn't active. People were busy with the 50-20 mode, which was a very difficult
Dawko's
game mode
reaction's
in
the
Ultimate
best
Custom Night,
reaction
and
to beating it,
Dawko won an interview with
100%.
Scott Cawthon for completing it. Then, the website was changed. On March 11th, 2019, we got
Ooh, I want to
promotional
play that
art for
game
the
so
next game
bad.
being worked on by the newly involved Steel Wool Studios. For
Steel
FNAF
Wool.
VR, help wanted.
Security
Everything's
breach does
working
not
as
look like it's fun
intended.
at all.
From
It
Fazbear
doesn't look like
Entertainment.
scary. It looks
It
like a
also
kid's
said, "Remember
game, bro.
Jeremy," in some hidden text, which teased this new game might actually have been canon, despite the definitive story conclusion of the previous game. There were also some secret screenshots to be found. On FNAF's 5th anniversary, Scott would post this promotional art on his website announcing the next major
That looks kind of
installment to be
fire, though.
released in 2020. We all know how that went, though.
2021.
FNAFworld.com would update to FNAF 57 Freddy in Space. At this point, Scott was just relishing in the memes. And on September 29th, it was updated
I want
to...
that game to come out.
Seriously. On the same day, Scott Games was updated to a closer silhouette shot of Glamrock Freddy, and on November 5th, it would be updated to include...
Wait, does Glamrock Freddy
silhouette
actually
of
have
a
an
bodysuit in the
earring?
background.
I never noticed
We know
that.
later that this is Vanny. Then at some point, it would be updated to promote the new FNAF AR game, and later changed to more promotional art for the next major installment. On March 24th,
Oh my God, he
we
does.
got to see
I never
Monty,
noticed that.
or Montgomery, confirmed the name of the file, and all of this culminated into a
Oh my
name
God.
drop for the
Am
new
I
game,
blind? I never
Five Nights
noticed
at
that.
Freddy's Security Breach. June 11th revealed Vanessa, and August 7th revealed Vanny, the villain. The next day, on the 6th anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's, more Security Breach teasers were posted, and these were the last teasers that we received until the release of the game. At this point, it was obvious that Scott was already trying to take more of a backseat in the series development, being less and less involved.
Yeah,
as
then he
Steel Wool
retired,
Studios
right?
seemed to be doing most of the heavy lifting following Ultimate Custom Night's release. June
I
2021
don't think he should retire
came,
because of
and
political
after a
beliefs, so that's
controversy
just
where
me.
Scott received many serious threats online over his political affiliation,
Yeah.
Scott finally decided that it was time for him to retire from game development.
That's
the last
sad.
thing that was displayed on his website was this image, and I'm gonna go ahead and read it out loud for you. Before I say anything else, check out this awesome piece of fan art. Pretty amazing stuff, right? I have boxes and boxes of artwork like this from fans that I've saved over the years. I've tried to answer as many letters as I could, and I apologize to anyone that I missed somehow. Someday, when I have a bigger living room, maybe I'll make a giant collage of all the fan art I've collected. Stuff like this has made it all worthwhile to me over the last 7 years. I've had a blessed, fulfilling, and rich career. I've been shown great kindness. and
Definitely
I've tried
rich.
to show great kindness in return. I've tried to make some good games, let the debate ensue, and I've witnessed the creation of possibly the most creative and talented fan base on the planet.
Yeah,
But
for real,
here,
that's like
on the
actually
7th
not even.
anniversary of
Have you
the
seen
first
the
game's
GameJolt
trailer,
page?
As I realized that I was in my mid-30s when I created the series, and now I'm approaching my mid-40s, I realized that I miss a lot of things that I got to focus on before Five Nights at Freddy's became such a success. I miss making games for my kids, I miss doing it just for fun, and I miss making RPGs, even though I stink at it. All of this to say
Hey,
that I am
FNAF wasn't that
retiring.
bad.
I have been
I
shown
liked it.
tremendous love.
I like the
and
humor in it
support over
too.
This last week,
It's
a lot
surprising
of
I don't
interest
like Rick
from
and
the
Morty about like that.
LGBTQ community. The kindness shown to me has been surreal. Is this the end of Five Nights at Freddy's? No. This just means that someone else will eventually be running the show. Someone of my choosing and someone that I trust. We will have to wait and see how it all plays out. But an announcement
Yeah.
will be made at some point. I have
We
6
still haven't
kids
gotten
now,
the
although
announcement,
one
it's
of them
just
is
Steel
currently
Wool.
the size of a blueberry, and I love them dearly. They are my whole world and my whole universe. I want to focus my attention on them, focus on protecting them, and spend my time making things for them. I only ask that my fan base respect my decision. I will still be around, just not in the capacity that I used to be. What a blessed career I've had, what wonderful people I've met, and what a tremendous blessing to have been able to know all of you. Thank you so much. See you on the flip side.
Famous last words.
Then, to this day, the website is just black.
Wait, is it
Scott
really?
may be done with his
I
major
just smacked
involvements
the
in the
microphone.
games, but will always remember the beautiful franchise that he built from the ground up with his blood, sweat, and tears just for us. Five Nights at Freddy's will forever go down in horror and video game history. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the flip side.
See you on the flip side. It's a solid video. 8 out of 10, bro. Solid video. Dog, those are not triangles.
Website with 40 empty triangles.
I didn't notice that. Dog, those are not triangles. Especially back when the FNAF had big hype with these teasers. For real, bro. When Scott dropped the new teaser, everyone was talking about it, for real. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. These comments, bro. Five Freddy's at night. Hey, that sounds kind of kinky, you know what I mean? I also love 2 days at Freddy's. Half a night's head. Freglies. Is that the dude from Die Won't Begin? Fraggy Five Nights at Fraggy Heffleys. Or Freddy Heffleys. F that, I like Potter. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. That's something I can get behind. Wait. Five Freddy's at night. Oh my god. Yeah. That's a good video. I feel like I had a good stream. I'm about to end it, but I'm tired, dude. I've been up for a while. I've been up since like 7 o'clock in the morning, dude. I want to go chill out. I'm thirsty and hungry. So, yeah. Chat, and I hope y'all had a good night. And I hope y'all have a good night tonight. I might stream again this weekend. I don't know. This is my second stream today. I streamed the Fortnite live event, and it was pretty sick. Then I started playing some squads, and then my computer like, oh no, you're not streaming and doing that. So I had to stop that. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I hope to do it again, and I will see you guys later. Bye.